before I came on stream. Of course, they go up all by $30, and then I close it. So it's kind of like that, isn't it? Just sometimes you just click a button and they'll just go in profit for you. Yeah.
Good question from Harry there. Yes. So technically, mathematically, having no stop loss on a position, you're always going to win on it. If you guys have a crazy, and this is why negative risk rewards have such a high win rate. If you're just looking at this from a standpoint of pure numbers, the likelihood that price continues up 1R before it goes down 10R is 92.5%. Or 90%, sorry. About 92.5. If you are flipping a day for prop firms and you're trying to make 150 before you lose 2,000, which is the drawdown for most, it's a 92.5% stat that it goes up 150 before it goes down 2,000. So that's completely disregarding any trade setup. Now, for anyone that's trying to trade crazy risk rewards, like a lot of ICT guys that I see, they're trying to go for 3 to 4R trades. Mathematically, price will have for a 4R trade, its stats are that 80% of the time price is going to go down that 1R before it goes up 4. That's why so many people struggle with the very high win rates, or not the high win rates, but the high R trades. I heard about your little mishap yesterday, Dan.
Yeah.
I apologize. That
stinks. It's one of those where, when I think I was so proud of how I sort of managed it. I just got off the desk quickly. It was like, oh, I did so well there. And I just kind of forgot about my post-trade checklist is literally check the copier, check it, make sure all the orders are closed, and that's why I posted it yesterday, and people were like, but why are you not blaming your trade copier? Why are you not blaming this or that? Like, it's on me. It's on me. And I think you need to get into that habit of always holding yourself accountable and always being responsible, because being responsible allows you to be able to respond. And that is what I'm going to be doing from here on in, is just making sure that, that doesn't happen again. It's just, for me, it's a simple fix. It's just making sure that they're just closed at the end. I think I said on the edgeful stream, I think a couple of weeks ago, it happened with a Lucid account where it didn't close, but then it actually worked in my favor and went in profit by quite a bit. So it worked in favor for me that time. But this time was just, it was a shocker. Do you, David, I do have market execution mode on, but it didn't save me for whatever reason.
That's why I'm terrified of having trade copiers, third party.
Yeah, it's one of those where I would say if you've taken payouts before and you feel ready to scale, I would recommend a trade copier, because for me, I wouldn't have made as much money in payouts this year if I wasn't using a trade copier. So it's hard for me to diss trade copiers when it's definitely benefited me this year. But when it comes to that, it's a case of you've got to have some sort of checklist in place to make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen. And I could have easily have avoided that yesterday. So it's it hurts more than a trade that lost or was badly managed, because, do you know what I mean? It's a soft, no, it's not a software. It's my fault, like I said, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. So I am very tempted to go long right now. 2 to 5 minute double break. We also still have previous day's high intact. The only issue is I don't know where I'd put my stop loss on it. I think if I were to enter this trade, it would be something like this. Stop loss at IB low, because if we make a new IB low, it's probably going to go and take previous day's low.
Yeah.
You guys remember from the beginning of the stream, that 5 minute double orb break has been doing so incredibly well because the market has, and I'm sure you can agree with this, Dan, the market has been so terrible for directional moves.
Yeah, it's reversing, isn't it?
Like our stats for continuing in one direction have been abysmal for the past 2 weeks. Now, obviously, we've had honestly way longer. It's been like 3 months of this where it's pushing up, pushing right back. We had a double break again yesterday on SPY, and then a no break on Qs. But we have a 75% stat that price goes to double break the IB. And going back to that example, this is how win rates actually work for trades. If I enter this trade with a 1-to-1, again, it's a 50-50 that goes up and down, up or down, plus the 75% stat that we go up to the IB high. So even though it says 75% for the 5-minute orb double break, technically we have a 50-50 plus the 75, which puts this at like a 62% stat that will win. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Don't get too sucked into saying has 80 or 90% win rates. It's all the added confluences that make a trade better or worse. So
food for thought though for your trade idea. If I just share my screen quickly, I know it's not QQQ for you, is it? But
that was on
some
SPY.
Food for thought. That's on SPY, yeah. So obviously, you know, MNQ and MES run, you know, fairly in the same direction. We've already taken previous session low on MNQ. Previous session high is here. You would be proud of me with this here. I'm trying my best to get better at using edgeful AI. I'm trying my best, and I saw it break the low, and I asked edgeful AI today, like, what's the chance of us breaking the IB high as well, like a double break day, and that's a 19% chance. Come on, teacher, I've heard all your maths at the beginning. You tell me, have I used that correctly there?
Yes.
Are we good?
So it's actually, let me steal the screen back. 4 inside bars. There's a report for that under inside bar. Go to inside bars and then go to buy breakout. And that tells you the stats for having a double break, touching both previous day's high and low.
So I could have just gone on the report and not typed it in on edgeful AI. Is that what you're telling? Are you telling me?
That is what I'm telling you. Yes. So there's a stat for that. It's inside bars buy breakout for the sub report.
I'm still taking my win on the edgeful AI there. The edgeful AI is making it very clear for me in written forms. It's even produced a nice little easy to read table for me as well, that there is a 19% chance that we're going to take the previous session high as well today. So that's someone wrote in the chat before, am I looking at the IB 75 trade here? Potentially, but I am aware as well that we only have a the thing is, we only have a 19% chance of taking the previous session high, but yesterday's range was quite small, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not honest. The size of the range does hit it a little bit worse with the stats playing out. But yeah, like yesterday, we had a 3% stat that was going to be a no break. I think in the current market right now, it's very likely that we just kind of chop around and hit. It's almost funny when we go on streaks like this where the market's doing really poorly that we go and hit the lowest possible stats.
Yeah.
So like 6% on edgeful that we go and take both previous days high and low. 3% stat that we have a no break, which we had a no break yesterday on Qs. 12% stat that we have a double break on a Monday for SPY. That's exactly, we've hit so many rare stats back to back that it's kind of the streak that we're going on. Yeah, you can take the screen back over again. I'll be back momentarily.
Sure. How are we doing, all guys? How are we doing? Someone wrote, are you ready for the Tuesday teas today? Absolutely, fully ready for the Tuesday teas. Definitely. As I keep saying, the Tuesday is definitely my worst day. So whenever I come on this stream with you guys, I am very, very aware that I'm coming on stream on a day where I definitely perform worse than any other day for sure. But I am potentially looking here an IB 75 trade, potentially. We will see. as I said before, the previous session high at 19% above, although it is like a low percentage, the range was so small yesterday. So I'm still looking for potential longs here. But I mean, Zinc, you talked about the 5-minute double break. I've been looking at the 15-minute double break recently. It is really good. Like, if you just look at just how it performs day to day, like it does pretty well. But when you're using VWAP as a confluence, it's been quite interesting. Just been looking into it a little bit more. But yeah, these double breaks at the moment, like you said, I had a look at the 15-minute orb double break in like January, February time of this year, and very interestingly, it was nowhere near as good as it is now. And of course, January, February, March time, the IB plays were performing beautifully, while the orb double break plays weren't. And now it's vice versa. As you said, isn't it? Now we're in a sort of kind of market at the moment where it doesn't know what it wants to do, and it keeps sort of flipping and reversing. It's quite interesting.
What trend do you think we're in right now?
Who, me? Oh, I was looking at that before I jumped on. I'm looking at the chart at the moment. We're just in consolidation at the moment, aren't we?
So this is the only 3 ways the market moves, right? So it goes up, down, or sideways. No in between. The consolidation zones, which has pretty much been the whole summer so far. This is where a lot of people lose because there's no clear direction, and you see it all the time on prop traders. If I go short from the open, I'm trying to pass an account or I'm trying to get more than I should. And this is the trade that I take, and I either move the stop loss to break even, or I have like a 1 risk on it, 2 risk. I barely miss my TP, and then price pivots back up. So I'm going to close the position, and then I'm going to immediately go long because it looks like it's going to go right back up. And then I get stuck in a spell where it starts chopping me, especially like what happened yesterday. If you tried trading this yesterday, if you were off with the timing at all and you went short into open, you got stopped, and then you went long, and then you got stopped because price fell back down, and then you go long again or short, and then price pivots back the other way. This is why so many people blow accounts in chop markets, which is the consolidation we've been doing for months now. But on the upside of that, what you were just mentioning there, like what we had in May for price action, when price was just directional as can be, this is what I'm dreaming of, April into May again. Because the IB was so incredibly good when price was, you woke up, IB low form first, great, I'm going to go long, IB high hit, within 5 minutes, you're done for the day.
Yeah.
And this is because we were in a bullish trend on the market. And now we're, even on the 15-minute time frame, we've been within, like what I covered this morning, we had 2.5 hours where price was within the same 15-minute candle this morning.
Yeah.
The 7 a.m. candle, 2.5 hours we were stuck.
Yeah. Well, you'll know as well how many people blew accounts yesterday. What was it like yesterday?
A lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Quite a few. It's been quite a few already today too. The worst one was last week. Last Wednesday. I think that was
last Wednesday.
August 5th. Yes, last Wednesday. 240 blown accounts. Just code.
Yeah. Yeah, chopped around and then it just tanked, didn't it? Yeah.
Yes, Arlo. If you want to copy trade the 5 accounts, you have to put a 5 M&Q order in, and it will take 1 M&Q per account.
Someone asked, I'm not ignoring questions here. Someone asked, can you please show how to put your VWAP? Yeah, it is. I use the edgeful VWAP sweep indicator. So it's literally just If you go on your indicators and you go onto the invite only, just type in VWAP suite, it'll come up there. And then when you click on the settings button here, you've got all the different VWAP options. So I always have the New York and I have the daily. The daily is the green one and the New York is the yellow one. So super easy. And it just means that they're just automatically plotted every day. But if not, it's literally there's a trading view indicator as well called VWAP, and you can just click the candle where you want it to go to and I'll just put it on for you. So, but yeah, if you look there, that one looks different to my one because I have a different input. I have, how do I put the, oh yeah, this here, source. I always use this one, open, high, low, close, full. So that's why it looks a little bit different. So it's the most common question I get always.
Another question here from Alex on edgeful. You go into your IB by rejection. So from the very beginning, you go to the initial balance breakout report, sub report, by rejection. Right in the middle. Once you have the by rejection, go into customize report, and then it's under IB closing zones. You can set it to 75, the top quadrant, middle quadrant, or the bottom, 0 to 25. Those are what you select. What a terrible PA this summer is being. Horrible.
It's quite interesting though, because whenever I do back testing on the IB 25, I think I've done back testing on 2025 and 2024. I haven't gone back any further than that because I don't see the point. But every single time on those 2 years, the summer months are always the worst performing. Always.
Yeah, seasonality wise. I did I wish I could find the infographic like I made. The reasoning behind it is because of schools and the cost to have a kid in school versus healthcare and daycare. A lot of people end up just taking the summer off, especially in the US. I'm not sure if you knew that. It's like 120,000, 60,000 to 120,000, depending on where you live, to send your kid to daycare while you're working. So over the summer, spring break, fall, all the breaks that we have throughout the school year. So a lot of people
I always thought it was because
the summer off.
I always thought it's because the big players are on holidays.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
They spend the time with their kids and then they go back to work and the market starts doing really this week or next week should start doing a lot better because we have the southern schools go back, I think, next Monday or sometime this week, and then northern schools go back next week. The school around us starts on August 20th. I always love saying this stat. 60% of the world works in the school system or has some kind of connection to the school system.
In what way? So you got teachers, students, parents,
superintendents, tutors, and then the vast majority. It does still count college as well. College workers and college students.
Okay, yeah. Maintenance staff.
Cafeteria.
Admin staff.
School bus drivers. Coaches. Assistant coaches. Volunteers.
Yeah.
So when school's out, there's a lot of money that's not coming in. Or people, like I just went golfing yesterday at one with one of my friends that he has the entire summer off. And he just has to kind of find stuff to do.
Okay.
Spend time in the boat. My kids are heading back this weekend, South Carolina and Baylor. ES looks disgusting on the 1 minute. Yeah, this is very bad. 1 minute and 5 minute chart is disgusting. And it's not just ES either. It's both ES and NQ. We are one step away from being just like you over in Abu Dhabi with no more daylight savings in the US. They tied on the vote twice. And now they're on summer recess, so we won't get the vote until like August 20th again. 25th. So the vote for daylight savings time being disbanded is in Congress right now. It's in the House. They can't
for all
decide
states.
Yeah, for the entire U.S.
Wow. So what would it be? Would it be because you've got EST and you've got what's the other ET? Is it? I don't know your.
No, they're all standard time. EST, PST, Mountain Standard Time.
But when they move, but your clocks move. Yeah. Are they thinking of not moving? Is that what you're telling me? The clocks won't move.
Yep, just like you.
So it'll stay with now. It's not, so they won't move an hour forward like they
or an hour back
usually
in April.
Okay.
Correct.
That's great. So it's just go on, yeah.
10:26 right now would be 10:26 at this time every day for the rest of the year.
Okay.
But in November, what we've been doing, that would be 11:26 right now.
Okay. Because for me in Abu Dhabi now, New York Open is 5:30 p.m. But when the clocks go forward, it's obviously 6:30 p.m. Doesn't sound like much. It's quite a big difference though. Like when I'm trading in 6:30 p.m., it's nighttime here. Like it's dark all the time when I'm trading. I'm not sure what I prefer, to be fair.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of it. They have been for a long time.
Yeah. The British still do it. UK still do daylight savings.
I had, prior to them voting, I had no idea what it was even for. It was for saving money on heating during World War II. That's why they started moving the clocks.
Is it?
Because people turn their... I had no idea about this. I guess people turn their heat off at night when they go to sleep, or they turn it down significantly. And they only have the heat running while they're awake. So to save on cost, they had daylight savings, so everyone would go to work, turn the heat off, and then they get back and they could run the heat for a couple of hours and then go to bed when the sun goes down.
Okay.
I always thought it was for farmers too, but
yes, me too.
It said that it was for saving on heating costs during World War II. That's why we did it, not because of farmers.
What are you thinking at the moment? We're coming towards the IB closing soon.
Not really anything, honestly.
Yeah.
It is good for downside, but
yeah. I think for me, if I just let me put my screen back on. Hold on. Ooh. I removed you.
That's okay.
So, how many weeks have I been streaming now? Still getting the hang of StreamYard. What was the same? Yeah, I'm not loving how it's pinching between these VWAPs at the moment. That's one thing I would say. And I think as well, just looking at this now at the moment, we got some candles below, some candles above. Like in terms of direction at the moment, I am very, very nervous at the moment just how we're closing and chopping both sides of the VWAP. And like I said, this stat here, for it to come hit here at the previous session high, is a 19% stat because we've already taken the previous session low. So I'm just... and also Tuesdays just suck for me. So honestly, I want it to be A+.
I kind of want to go and target the high.
Me too. But yeah, our stock's doing. Meta's up 2.3%. Google's down 1.4%. Amazon's down 1.2%. Nvidia's up 1%. Yeah, no surprise that we are chopping here a little bit at the moment.
So, with the closing zones, we are actually favored to go to the upside. I'm very tempted to go long on SPY because of that 5-minute double order break. And I know for it to go up to the high, it's a pretty low stat. But like I just mentioned, our trend recently has been hitting the lower probability stats.
Yeah. Let's have a look. So we've closed between the IB 50 and IB 75. So let's have a look at the closing zone. So IB highest form first. Look at that. It's actually quite strong.
Yep. And scroll down to the table. There you go.
There you go. IB
so
high form
15
first.
total outcomes. 12 of them won or went to the high.
That's a hard stat to turn down. That is a hard stat to turn down. 80%
And then
chance.
you can also add that into the 5-minute double break on the orb. We have on SPY, we have a 75% stat that price goes and breaks the 76.6 actually. Price goes and breaks the 5-minute orb high. Let's take a look at. Never mind, oil already broke the high. No pullback on oil. Gold. If gold pulls back up, I might actually short that. Steal that screen back. Gold's stats for going lower are actually pretty good. We go to IB by rejection and GLD for Tuesday. High form first, we have a 60% stat. The price goes a little low with 15 outcomes. Not too bad. If we get a pullback on this, I might try a short here. Should we short first high, then short? Why long? The closing zone favors the long. This ultimately is not a quality setup, though. I would say.
Yeah. This
is the same trend that we had yesterday. Yesterday was not a quality setup on SPY. It broke right at 10:30, like 10:30 and 20 seconds. Same exact thing we did on Friday. And then that's caused Qs to kind of trade off kilter where it doesn't have a continuation up or down. Also, I did look that up while Dan pulled the screen up. Daylight savings time to make better use of natural daylight from World War I to save on fuel and power by reducing the need for artificial lighting. I always thought it was the farmers too, but no, it is not.
There you go, guys. If you don't take a trade today, at least you learned something very interesting there.
Yeah. You can go tell your families that daylight savings time and the vote for it is in Congress right now. And that it was invented to save on fuel costs during World War I. Where do you think we're heading today? I have no freaking idea. I'm leaning up on SPY, completely disregarding what Qs is doing, by the way. This is still messy on Qs. I'm leaning to the upside on SPY. I'm leaning towards previous day's high. We could also, with CPI tomorrow, we could just trade like this for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell this to my wife, but apparently she already knew this. Find someone else. Find someone else that doesn't know it. And if they ask for a source, just say, trust me, bro. Yeah, that works. Let's hope they remove it. It'll be much better for booking data.
What are we thinking, chat? What are you thinking? Thinking long, thinking short here?
Technically, Dan, if you did want to take this trade, so you would go long from the midpoint, let's say right now. Even though it's an 80% stat, you have to add the 50-50 in as well. So it's really 65 that goes up. 50% plus 80% divided by 2. And if you wanted to further that stat, you would add in the 75% from the 5-minute double break. So it gets up to like 68. But it's not a true 80.
We're just
So what is this question, Dan? What is this? I've heard you say this before.
I know Dan is allergic. Well, yeah, I know. That's why I haven't entered anything yet. I mean, it's just they're both flat, aren't they? And the fact price has been pinching between the two. I mean, look at that day. I mean, if you just put me back on here.
Yep, I got you.
This daily VWAP, could that be any flatter?
No.
Could it be any?
I don't think I've ever seen a VWAP that looks like a support line instead of VWAP.
Yeah.
Look at it even from pre-market too. Ever so slightly leaning up.
What's that? Oh yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that is just horrendous. Chop high, chop low, chop high, chop low. Are we going to chop higher again though? I don't know. I honestly, because you said what we in before. What are we? What's that?
I said you said a nice little nursery rhyme. I
don't know where it's going to go. No idea.
So to continue on my recent trend, I'm going to take 2 MGC short at the 50. I'm going to put the stop at the high. I'm going to put the TP at the low. MNQ and MES have been trading like dog doo-doo. So I am going to trade commodities. I'm going to take an IB short on gold. $1-to-1 risk reward. $200 risk. Stats for gold to go and take the low is IB buy rejection on gold. 60%. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And I'd rather play that than go and try to play spot on Qs right now because these charts look disgusting. I mean, across the board, they don't really look that good anyway.
Anyone trading NQ, NVDA is moving slowly low at the moment. And that's what screwed a lot of people yesterday, trading NQ. Because the stocks were actually not too bad for NQ yesterday, but NVIDIA just slid. Absolutely slid yesterday. So I think it screwed people who were trading NQ.
I think SanDisk is way up too. That's up 6%, 7%. No, sorry, that was the leverage one I was looking at. SanDisk up 3.
Good question from Epic Gamer. And this is a very good one. Do you think it's possible to be profitable trading purely just the IB with the stats? I've been trading it correctly according to edgeful stats for the last month, and I'm practically break even. It's a good question. And unfortunately there are so many things missing from what you said for, me or Zinc to give you a sort of more accurate answer there, because, you haven't told us risk management, how much are you positive RR, are you negative RR, what assets are you trading? There's so many different missing ingredients there from that question. But as we just talked about before, trading this time of the year is tough. If you are break even at the moment, you're actually doing amazingly. You just heard Zinc before say yesterday the amount of blown accounts yesterday and last Wednesday as well, the amount of blown accounts. If you are break even at the moment, you are doing awesome. And I think it's one of those where when the price action is not behaving for you properly, just stay patient, stay disciplined, trust in the data, wait for the sun to shine once again for you, because it will. Do you know what I mean? It's I've got to stop saying that phrase. I say that all the time. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
I always like showing this as well. This is the algo optimizer for the IB. It is a little different than the IB that we trade, yes, but it's the same concept with the continuations and having the IB break in the right direction. The win rate hasn't been too good, 56.3. But with 2 MNQ per trade over the past 2 years, you're still making 22,000. So the profit factor is the most important part of that. The IB itself hasn't been doing all that well in terms of directional breaks. It's actually been rather difficult over the past 3 months, I'd argue. Since May to the current state for the IB, it's been trading a lot better these past couple of days in terms of like the overnight move, but overall, we haven't had that strong of a confluence going up or down in the market. The IB has been suffering because of it. And a lot of not just the IB either. If you go and look at a lot of trading strategies on social media, which I always like to just go and vaguely refer to X, a lot of people are struggling in the chop, and it's because the chop is so difficult to trade bias to the upside or downside.
And I think that doesn't matter what risk profile you're using, whether it's 1-to-1 like Zinc or negative bar like me. It's tricky. It's really, really tricky to stick with it in those choppy conditions. David saying VWAP breaking. Chill, David. Chill. It's chopped the VWAP up and down for the past how long? The past half an hour. 40 minutes. So.
I got a Top Step 250 account planning to work it exclusively with IBES automated algos. I did see they just launched their 250K accounts.
I love what they're doing with that. It's very good marketing. It's very good marketing with these limited editions, sort of quick release, then take them away. They've and especially these 250K ones as well.
Yes.
The amount of payouts you can get on these, if you've got like 5 of them, for example. Can you buy multiple of them? I don't know if you can buy multiple, but
they do have you capped on what you can take for a payout.
Do you know what the cap is?
I think you can get like 1 max payout per account before they move you live.
Okay.
So there is a back end on there that they're winning still, but.
Okay.
Any thoughts or recommendations? If you're going to use the algo on those accounts, do not touch it. Let the algo do the work and do not have any human input. Don't do anything. Currently down 2.5 points on this gold trade, 3 points now. We'll see if it wants to pull back for me coming up here. I'm going to let this ride until it either hits TP or stop loss. No intervention from me.
I'm going to show some discipline here. For me, this is not an A+ setup.
No, not at all. No. How are you managing your funded accounts with different strategies, markets, and sessions? I have awesome to see that, David, by the way. That gives me very high confidence that they're going to pay out. I just trade different sessions with the different accounts. So last night, I traded gold for Asia on my top one and Blue Guardian accounts. I won't touch those at all during New York today. Vice versa, I won't touch Tradeify or Lucid or My Funded Futures overnight. I'll only use a certain set of accounts for certain trading sessions. If I lose on one set, like I did on Sunday night, I lost 200 on my top one accounts. I didn't even bother touching those for the rest of the day because I have 6 different other sets of accounts that I can go and trade. It's the same. You don't have to have a whole bunch of accounts either. So you can get away with 5 accounts on one prop firm and just trade those 5 accounts on separate sessions or take the trade separately. It makes it a lot easier to prevent yourself from tilting, because if you take a significant loss on one set of accounts, it doesn't really hit you that hard when you can go and trade on another set. If it's really bad though, and this isn't me advocating against copy trading, if you have a tilt day or if you mess up on a copy trading day and you lose your entire portfolio in one trade, it's going to take you months to build that back up, as opposed to diversifying them over multiple sessions.
Yeah, especially for someone like you, because you're trading how many sessions? 3.
Right? I trade Globex, Asia, and New York.
Yeah, I would do the same.
And with the consistency accounts as well, if I hit my TP like halfway through Globex, somehow, let's say we have a really good session for Globex or New York, better yet, I don't need to trade that account for the rest of the day. So I just go and switch over to, so top one last night, let's say I made 600, which is the max I can make in one day, or 375. on the ignites. Let's say I hit 375 and the IB still has like 25% to break. I could, if I wanted to, switch over to my Blue Guardian accounts and take the same trade on there. And then go and take the same trade on a different set of accounts. I'm a big fan of consistency accounts because it takes the urge away to make more than you should. Yeah. The accounts that don't have consistency, like top step XFAs, where you try making your full 4,000 to 6,000 max payout on the first day and then just flip the 150 days afterwards, usually end up blowing up trying to go for more on that first day.
Yeah.
15 minutes left. You can take over again there, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, that is, if I took a trade now and I entered, say, at the IB 75, and then it did something like this, where if I got in, say, there, and then it just continued to chop around for the next half an hour, like, I would have to ask myself, what on earth am I doing? Because look at this, it's just completely chopped for the past 40 minutes. Is it 40 minutes? Yeah, 45 minutes. We've just chopped around that daily VWAP. Like, we could not chop around that any more than what we've done at the moment. This is like pure definition. This is like A+ of a no trade day, if that makes sense. And for me now, it's one of those where if, say, price just does this and it surges higher here without me, that's fine for me. Like, I'm absolutely fine missing that today. Yes, we got the edgeful data stat, you know, which says we closed, where did we close? We closed here. So we closed between the IB 50 and the IB 25 in this zone here, 80% stat that we go and take the IB high now. But that's where, for me, this is where VWAP comes in. You know, and that's why I think the edgeful data is amazing, because it just gives me confidence when I'm in the trade. But that's why I love using VWAPs as well. Just because it's one of those where what it could do is it gets me in at the IB 75, it then chops for the next 2 hours, and then it completes that 80% stat. You know what I mean? But do I want to be sitting on my desk for 2 hours before it breaks the IB high? No.
This is not at all the market that you should be pushing it to try and make more either.
Yeah.
We Buy Houses UK. Trade very similar to Mr. Zinc, but I rotate all the accounts with 6 to 7 IBs per day. Wow.
Ooh. Wow.
I think there's no edge because the IB stat only measures how far price is from the level. So the high win rate is exactly canceled by the bad R, that distance forces leaving 0.
It measures how far price is from the level. I don't get
Ryan
it.
said, not a bad idea. At the end of the spring, I was 1K away from a 20K payout. Then summer came and everything but 2 accounts are now gone. But why are you sitting at your desk when you have a hard TP and stop loss? Take the trade and get off the chair and do something else. I like switching the tab so I don't have to watch it, because then I get the urge to alter the trade. The reason I have to sit here is because you can't have the automatic close orders. If it was on Top Step where it automatically closes your TP when your stop loss hits, then you could do that.
For me, I can't leave it on my, because I'm trading negative R. I don't like to take full stop loss. My edge gets eroded massively if I'm just taking full stop loss on every single trade. So that's why I can't sit here. I like
stop loss is there as a safety precaution too. In case
yeah, it's Trump. It's the 10th of July sort of day where Trump comes in and just absolutely tanks it on me. That's what it's for. It's the emergency brake.
But yeah, it's your best. That's what I'm doing with the gold trade right now. I'm currently at negative 38. Statistically, your best approach to trading, the best way that you go about entering a trade, is taking just one. That's your highest win rate. The more you take, and I'm going to continue to say this every time someone asks, every time you take a trade, it's 50-50 that you win, baseline. Every time you take an additional trade or alter your stop loss or manipulate your TP, that's technically entering another trade. that cuts your win rate on that second trade in half. So you can get all the way, if you take 6 trades in one day, your win rate for that 6th trade, the likelihood that you're going to win all 3 is 1.5%. That's without any other added confluences, any other reasons to go up, any other reasons to go down. It's just 50-50 to the power of 6.
I'm just reading here. Is it Danish? Thank you for your not kind words, mate. Appreciate it. But he's saying here, you know, struggled with ICT for more than 2 years, switched to order flow, too complicated again. Came across myself and switched to the IB and finally seen some results. And I think that's where, like, I've been down that road as well. That is the exact road that I've been down. Trade ICT, far too complicated. Tried using order flow with bookmap and stuff, and there's some benefits to using bookmap for sure. But once again, it was just confusing me and making me double guess my sort of entries and stuff. And then the IB, as soon as I've come across the IB and trade that, is just simplicity. And then with the maths you're sharing there, Zinc, trading is quite simple at the end of the day, isn't it? And the maths is fairly simple there, so you don't need any complicated strategy. And you know, for Danish and for myself and for Zinc as well, it's the simpler you trade, the better off you'll be. It's crazy how, and I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of sometimes just overcomplicating what I'm doing sometimes, and then my results suffer. Where I am at my best when I am trading the simplest, purest way possible, and the consistent way.
I'll go into the trade for me on my Apex accounts, and I mainly set the TP and stop loss with a lagging execution with the prop from no I'm using a bot. I think it's mostly the high frequent, and this isn't me recommending anything. This is just my opinion on it. Most prop firms just measure for high frequency trading bots. If you're taking 1 trade a day or 2 trades a day, I highly doubt they're going to be able to tell that you're using some kind of bot.
Is that an edgeful algo? I'm guessing.
It must be.
Yeah. Always important with the firms as well, just to check they do allow the algo to be used as well.
Yes.
Some firms did. It's one of those where some did, and then they changed rules on that, and I think you just got to keep very up to date with what they're.
Yes.
With whether they will or not. We're getting this push higher now. Let's see if that 80% stat will fill out here.
It's not looking too bad.
No, it looks good that now, to be fair. I'm not going to go in that though. I'm going to stay out of that. Showed some discipline. It's one of those where Tuesday tease for me is not so much of a tease today. This is not a tease for me. This is not a tease. This is a Chop City. We built Chop City. And
if you're on TradeAway, they can detect when it's an automated trade. Yeah, but most of them just have rules against high frequency trading bots. If you're using a trade copier, they can't tell if you're using a algo or not. So if you have one account, like your personal account on TradingView, and every other trade is copied based off of that on like TradeSync or something, it's an algo, and they can't tell because the trade copier doesn't have a log. Trade copier is a bot technically, so it won't be able to differentiate. Plenty of firms allow algos. Yes, they don't allow high frequency trading algos.
Yeah. Are you in your gold position still?
Yep. I'm at -40 at the moment. I'll pull my screen back up. This one's probably gonna just rot me for the rest of the day. This is pretty nasty. 50. I got in just a point below, half a point below the 50. Basically, the IB 50 on this. SPY, I have no interest in getting anything there. And gold, I'll leave. The stop loss is at the high because commodities like to wick a little more aggressively to the IB 75 and then go back down. I did trade gold on I think it was Wednesday last week, and now as I'm talking about it, starting to get a nasty run up. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't really want. I wouldn't mind taking the long on MNQ, but that might just be over trading at that point.
I just realized when I was showing the 80% stat before that was MES. I'm just looking at MNQ. It's 83. Actually, 83% on MNQ compared to MES.
NVIDIA is starting to push up a little bit.
Someone's asking, it's Danish again. I find ES to respect levels better than NQ in general. How does the ES IB stats compare to NQ? Honestly, I've just been looking now, and they're quite similar in terms of, like, you look here. This is MES right now. Okay, over the past 6 months, IB high form first, IB low break 56%. It's not that great. And then IB low form first. First break IB high 63%, and then if you just go to MNQ, it's actually the longs work out better on MNQ versus MES, according to the last 6 months. But then we have been very choppy for the past 6 months.
This has been such a slow stream. I wouldn't mind. I'm very tempted to take a long on MES up to the high. I don't know if that would be too many trades though. Would
you take on a different set of accounts then, obviously?
Yeah, it'd probably be best. But overall chop on the position, it's probably going to take a long time for it to push up.
Wow.
It hasn't taken previous days high, hasn't taken previous days low.
Yes. But it is bang in the middle of previous session low and previous session high. And we've chopped across those VWAPs for the past 45 minutes. They are flat. The wicks are horrendous on the 5-minute time frame. That's like,
I feel like a broken record because for the past several weeks I've constantly said not really much we can do with this market. And there shouldn't be anyone disagreeing in chat with the fact that this has been an impossible market to try to trade, especially during New York on MNQ and MES. You think NQ is a trap? That could be. I'm back to break even just about on gold. The hardest part about this is going to be holding the position, because the chop is going to make you, if you're watching the trade. So I just saw myself go negative 120 on that. If I'm watching the trade, I'm going to get the urge to get out and pivot the position along, because now it looks better to go to the upside. It's very difficult in choppy markets like this. This is why so many people blow up. Do not make this mistake. It is so incredibly difficult to hold one position. So we're looking at SPY's chart right now. If I entered right at the 50, I'm going up 100. Let's say I was in for like 10 or 8 micros. I go up 100, down 100, up 100, down 100. And I do that 15 times over the past hour. Next time I see myself up 100, I'm going to want to secure it. And then it goes negative 100, negative 200. Now I'm going to want to secure that for negative 200 and flip the position to red, or flip the position to short. And now you find yourself in this. I'm going to go to the 1 minute for this, because I see a lot of tilt charts that look like this, where I go long, I get stopped out, I get my stop loss hit, and I immediately pivot the position to go short. That stop loss gets hit going to the upside, and then I immediately pivot my position to go back long. I get chopped back to the downside. If you find yourself off sync with a market, especially if it's chopping, you're just going to hit stop loss after stop loss after stop loss.
Yeah.
So it's best to, as hard as it is for us to say, because we do want to take trades. I don't know about you, Dan, but I want to take trades.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
If I go like 3 days, which I did last week, it was very hard go like 2-3 days without taking a trade, without placing anything. You show up, sit down for 3 hours, 2 hours, and you do nothing. You do that again the next day, and then you do it again the next day, the fourth day, fifth day. You get very eager to go and take a trade, even if it's not a super quality setup.
Yep. I mean, this was my week last week. This Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was hard. That was really, really hard to go 3 days in a row without taking a single trade. That was just awful.
Steve Keeligan, 44 years experienced trader. He takes 40 to 50 scalps and 20 to 30 pattern trades daily now. In his younger days, he took more than 5,000 trades in a day. No, thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
If you have a super large bankroll, that's actually one of the better ways to go about trading, because you just take so many micro scalps. That's why, if you guys didn't know, prop firms have rules against micro scalping, because it's one of the more profitable ways to go about trading. You see the price go up 2 points and you're in a position for 10 minis. You just made $200, and price moves a point to 2 points every 2 seconds. It's very easy to stack up those wins.
Is anyone in a trade here at the moment? Is anyone long, short?
Just me and gold.
MES, anything else? Be interesting to see if anyone's in a trade. Anyone in M&Q at the moment? I'm just keeping an eye on NVDA at the moment. We just got like a nasty wick off that, off the daily VWAP just there. So also the New York VWAP. So I would just keep an eye on that for sure. That's why I think we're struggling to go higher here on M&Q at the moment for sure. James flat, just waiting. Long, Williams long, M&Q off the IB50. Okay. Where's your TP, guys? Don't forget to put your TP as well, actually. Where are you looking to take profits here? Long and Q. Okay, some people are long. Okay.
I'm tempted to take a long on M&Q, or not M&Q, MES, but I don't think I want to hold it for the next 2 hours. I'm fine with the gold position. If that loses, I'll be down 220 and just call it a day there. I'll give back the profit I made yesterday. All right, guys, that will do it for the stream today. I am going to leave this gold trade running. Stop loss is at 4463. It's not looking too hot. It's up 6 points. I'm down 6 points on it, negative 120 right now. This is what I'm going to leave running into the afternoon. If it hits TP, if it hits stop loss, whatever, I'll just close the position there. But data-wise, we should go take the low. The worst thing I can do is get eager to get in and out of the trade and then just continue to pivot the trade up and down. That's going to cause me to lose more than I should. No trade on SPY, no trade on M&Q for me. Just kind of let these burn for the rest of the day. Anything from you, Dan?
No, just if you're flat already today, you just have to look at the price action from yesterday. Look how that turned out. Or if you just
scroll on screen. Gotcha. This is yesterday.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's yesterday. You know, if you refused to walk away flat yesterday and then kept taking trades, you probably blew up yesterday with that price action. 100%. Today, will it do that today? It's a no news day. Monday was a no news day. Today's a no news day as well. Could we get the same price action with it just chopping? Absolutely. So if you're flat today, don't be afraid just to walk away and come back tomorrow. Preserve the capital, absolutely. Mental and financial.
Probably going to take a stop loss on gold, but that's okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys.
So